Well, hello, everybody. My name is Mitchell Osborn, right there, Mitchell Osborn. And I'm wearing green, matching my logos. So, welcome. I'm sure the audience is building right now, and I've got a good, fun, full show event live, whatever it is tonight. So if you're coming on board and you're live with me, say hey and where you're watching from if you feel comfortable. If you're in the replay, definitely say hello where you're from. And this is Talking Animals with Mitchell, where I'm talking about animal totem, I'm talking about spirit animals, I'm talking about your animals and pets in this world physically here, those that have crossed over the rainbow bridge, those that pass in and out of your life on a regular basis. Just, anywhere animals show up in your life. That's kind of what I'm talking about. And I'm really keeping track of my experiences during the week so that I can share them with you, because the more I've been keeping track of them, the more fascinating they have become. So, and something that probably in November, right now my goal is to do this each Sunday night. And sometime in November, I'm going to, ding, the light just came on. I'm going to have Bernadette Carter King's Arc Tarot deck, the Arc Animal Tarot deck. I did the Kickstarter, and it should be coming soon. And I'm going to use that deck as kind of a Kickstarter for our this evening, this live event, and let whatever animal I pull or animals kind of be a guide for us, for the evening. But so say where you're watching from if you want to, and feel free to share this out. I can't remember how that works, like a watch party or something like that. But so tonight I'm going to set an intention for all of us in just a moment, and then just kind of go over what's been happening. Talk a little bit about how animals have shown up in my life recently, and then do a couple readings at the end. And those of you who I've already got 4 animals, and I'm pretty sure I'll get to all 4 of them. But each week I'm going to create an event. And in the event, you're going to put a picture of your animal. And all I really need to know is, so, hey, Michael. Yes, Michael, did you have one last week or is it this week? I think it was last week. Anyway, so, but and all you have to do is put a picture of your animal. Try to just put the animal, no people, no nothing, but the one animal. Unless there's like 2 animals and they're having some issues, then you can put both of them. But just one animal, I can work around that, but it's always nice just to be able to focus on one. And then their name, whether they're alive or crossed over, and if there's any issues going on. And if there are no issues, just say, I'm just curious. And that's fine. I love curious ones because they usually kind of out the humans. So for those of you watching live and in the replay, I want to set an intention for you. Yes, I have Ed. Ed will be definitely on the list tonight, Michael, so hang around. So the intention, and this intention is part of my daily morning mantra and meditation time. I meditate anywhere from 19 to 33 minutes, depending on how much time I have in the morning every day. When I go on vacation, my meditations become very different, more fluid, since I'm with my husband and we're usually in the same room, blah, blah, blah. But when I'm here at home, this office right back there, you see the blue blanket on top of that chair, and then the white blanket right there, that's where Bart sits. So I have to put that down for him. And Bart is with me right here. He's in the chair. So the intention I want to set for all of us, and this is what I set every day, and if you ever get a personalized reading from me, I set this intention before for you. So take a couple deep breaths with me. And the intention for us, because this is powerful, this is magic, whether you're live or in the future. The intention for us is that we would receive healing, guidance, confirmation, grounding, centering, balance, peace, harmony, alignment, joy, abundance, love, great care, compassion, health, wellness, safety, courage, and encouragement. I set the intention that we would resonate, operate, and vibrate in the highest frequency of that divine source, that pure white light, love, God, goddess energy that we can. And I call in any and all of your and my angels and guides into this time we have together, whether we're now live or in the future, as long as they stay in high vibration and play nice. All of that for our highest good and greatest growth and protection. And I say, and so it is. And so it is. And so it is. You can agree with me by saying, and so it is. So, hey, Alice, yes, thank you. I love my intentions. And it's so funny because I do have it memorized because I literally do it so often. I do it for all my clients in the videos. If I have personal, in-person clients or on Skype or whatever, we do that before as well. It's my way of telling my guides and everybody we're showing up and to keep us in high vibration and protection and all for the highest good and greatest growth of the time we have together. So, I'm really getting high tech here with the pictures of the animals. So I have to plan ahead, which is not my style. My style is off the cuff, improviser, because I'm an improver. I'm trained as an actor. My degree is in theater. I was an actor for 21 years. I am still in the fitness industry. I'm on stage with a microphone several times during the week, teaching classes. But then I owned an improv studio for 10 years in Winter Haven, Florida. It was called Comedy Buffet. And you can Google that and see me somewhere out there. Hey, Peggy Lou. So the improv really trained me to be a better psychic and medium because it really tells you how to get out of your own way, be in the moment. And I also look back and realized I was embodying characters and people and energies. I had a couple stock characters that I look back and I realized I was embodying them. They were connecting with me, these energies, and they were probably real people at some point, and I was just connecting to their energy. But and I'm trying to be have a list of what I want to do. Again, not the improviser. So what's been happening? Fun week. I love to talk about, and I'm going to do a full moon reading real quick. It's just going to be a quick full moon reading because the full moon is happening right now. And according to Mark, the Midwest medium, we feel the effects of a full moon 3 days. So today, 13, 14, 15. Full moon's a great time for releasing, so stick around for that next. But this week, let's see. So this week, and I think, did I do that? Yes, I did. I am so good. So this week, you may have seen me post the moth. I got to figure out how to do this. So I think I can, I can't make it larger. So the moth, I can't zoom it in. So I was walking out of work. I forget what day it was this week, and this moth was on the wall. And I'm in a facility that's in a hospital setting, and of course I'm walking out. I'm like, oh, look at the moth, and a couple other people are like, yeah, and they were shying away from it. And I immediately get my camera out and I zoom in to take a picture of it. But when this is one of the big reasons why I'm doing this. So you guys can start connecting to the world of animals around you. And if a moth has showed up in your life the last 7 days, please post. Let me know that they're showing up in your life. And this can be in an image. It can be on a bag, on a T-shirt. It can be a real one. It can be the name of a company or Moth Taxi or someone's name. Or all of a sudden you wrote mother and you got interrupted and looked away as you're writing mother and you look down and you only wrote moth. So I'd love to know because once you start connecting, it starts showing up more and more. So here's what moth means for me, or means for us. It's the interpretation. But the first thing that I like to coach everybody on is, what does a moth mean to you? So write in the comments, what does a moth mean to you? What is the connection? Moths typically come out, yes, a moth in your kitchen, tenacious little buggers. Yes, they are tenacious. They are masters of, camouflage. They live at night. So when a moth shows up, are you trying to blend in? You don't want anybody to see you. Are you playing a little more hermit, doing more at night and just trying to avoid people? And Margot said Oliver was red last week and asked for chicken, chicken, chicken. If you That's right. So Oliver was your dog, and I think it was your dog, right? And chicken, chicken, chicken. If you're channeling that energy, he's now saying hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh, you gave him chicken. Oh my gosh. gosh, thank you, Margot. So you guys, so last week we did I did some readings, and Margot, I read Oliver, and I kept like chicken, 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 chicken. So I guess she's been giving him chicken. So he's saying hallelujah, hallelujah. They go to the light. Yes, Chris. That's another one. Go to the light. But here's so first, you see an animal, you tap into it. You just, what does it mean to you? How does it feel? What does it make you feel and think and do like that? Let me take a sip. And then you look up the definition or the totem. You can just literally type moth, animal, totem. You might even put the word spirit, but if you put animal, totem, and the animal, you're going to get it right away. Moth is the master of disguise and is reminding you to be aware that you could be hiding from yourself. See, that I didn't even know that part. I knew disguise was in here. Are you using your emotions to keep yourself hidden from others? Is it time that you transform your emotional energy away from drama and into something closer to your heart? Have faith in your journey and trust that all things seem to be complicated right now. You will eventually see the light. There you go. Who said the light? Chris. You will eventually see the light. Use your heart to guide you. So they're encouraging us to use our heart. So beautiful, beautiful, message from the moth. And it's simple as that. That's how every day you can, divine the message is coming to you. And that's moth. So, and Andy says, maybe this is why I have been having a craving for wool sweaters. Yeah. And truly, you know what? And Andy, you may pull out that wool sweater and all of a sudden you may find that a moth has been eating it or if you've got mothballs that are in there, you may smell that. If I smell mothballs, I know my grandmother, as we call her Granny, I know she's near me because her house smells like mothballs. That and grease, bacon fat grease. All right, so what else has been happening? So this was a really cool one. So I just left a friend's house, driving in a neighborhood, and on my phone, every day at 4 o'clock, I have a reminder that pops up and says, do the animal message. So every week on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I post an intuitive, animal message from spirit, animal, totem, moth, or whatever. And it popped up. And as I'm turning the corner, because I saw it pop up, I'm turning the corner, and I thought, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I turned the corner, and this is what I saw. So let me see if I can move this. So I may just let me see if I can shrink it just a little bit. Yeah, I can shrink it just a little bit. So I turned the corner, and and if you're in Florida, sandhill cranes are around. So I turned the corner, and there are 3 sandhill cranes. And typically you see 3 of them or 2. 2, because it's usually like, mates. And if you see a third one, that is usually a child. And I've seen them with 4, and unfortunately, the 4th one doesn't always last. It's like, there's usually, we're lucky if we can keep one of them alive. But so these beautiful sandhill cranes just literally popped up. So I'm driving, I'm like taking a picture. It was a neighborhood, so I could slow down. There's another car coming. He's like, "What are you doing, crazy man?" But I'm gonna, don't tell the people in Florida, because it's now against the law to text, and I'm sure it's against the law to take pictures. But so I got a picture of them. And first I say, what do these beautiful beings represent for me? Well, first of all, if you don't know them, they are noisy. They are noisy like, I think peacocks are really noisy. I've never really lived in an area where there were peacocks, even though I know they're kind of here everywhere. But they're very noisy. They let you know they're around. And they're these regal. They remind me like a giraffe with wings, because they take these beautiful long steps. Like the egret, other birds with long legs. There's this very gracefulness about them. So, I think, where am I being graceful? Do I need to echo that I'm coming? What's going on, intuitively. So this is what the sandhill crane or crane says. They are high flyers. Okay, might need to fly a little higher right now. Always announcing their presence with loud calls. So and I'm thinking about my business lately. So I need to announce my business with loud calls and fly high and think big. So because of this, they are often considered noble guardians, calling out loudly to forewarn. When the sandhill crane appears, there is usually something in our life we need to watch out for and pay attention. So they do kind of warn and help us to pay attention. So that was, a beautiful, beautiful message. Now I tried, I don't think I can, it doesn't seem to want to play. Yeah, you probably can't see it, but I had a frog video and I thought I could pull the frog video up, but it doesn't seem like I can. And I was helping Fabian with this kill in his studio. And I come out of the studio and there's this little tiny, way across the pool area, there's a tiny little frog. And I thought, hey, buddy, so I turned the video on and I started getting closer and closer and closer into him. And, I just checked in with the message of the frog. But frogs are about, taking leaps, jumping forward. They were, they're very amphibious. They can still live in water and land. And at one point, they actually breathed water. They had gills. And then they moved past that out into the land. So they're very adaptable. So let's see. Peggy Lou said you saw one lone crane yesterday. And, and that alone is a message. That may be for you to go it alone. That may be for you not to seek the partnership or the help, which those animals are usually together and connected. So it may be time to just kind of, on your own announce, hey, I'm going, if you got an invitation to a party and if you're single or your significant other can't go, you know what? It's time to go alone. Announce you're coming on your own. So just so you know, this is water with apple cider vinegar and the mother, because I've been having a little scratchy throat. So I'm sipping on that. It is not tasty, but I actually like the flavor of it, but it's still not tasty. So Tawny says, my cat brought me a chipmunk every day for at least 3 days. So, and Tawny, thanks for saying that, because this is what, first of all, guys, think about what a chipmunk is to you. What does a chipmunk do? Post. When you think of chipmunk, what do you think of? I don't want to say anything, while I look it up. So you guys do a little posting real quick. So I'm going to go into spirit. I'll just go to animal, totem, chipmunk. All right. So you guys, what do you think that means for you? Before I say something, I'd like you guys to chime in. First of all, I think of the chubby cheek chipmunks, because like maybe you're taking on too much, you got your mouth full. So what else? Try warm honey and lemon. Oh, thank you, Peggy Lou. Resourceful, prepared for winter, clever, fast. Yes, Tawny. So then the chipmunk is said to be a symbol of something good is on its way to you. Something good is on its way to you. With that said, it's an animal's behavior and appearance that hold the teaching for us. Chipmunk has an innate curiosity which allows him to be adventurous. Now, because your cat brought them, they were brought against their will. So you might look at where you need to be adventurous against your will, someone kind of dragging you to something. I'm assuming they might have been dead if your cat brought them, or maybe they brought them alive, but they're going against their own will, kind of a thing. So it may be forced fun. So Kathleen said, hey Mitchell, hey Kathleen, your corgi Rusty has been having seizures besides your medication. Could there be something else you could be doing? So Kathleen, I'm doing readings at the end, and I've already got my 4. I usually can get to 3 or 4. So everybody listening to this, each week I post an event on this page, Mitchell Osborn, the Intuitive Messenger, and in that event I have directions of to write the name, whether they're live or crossed over, any issues, and a picture of just the animal if you can. And then that's where I pull from, because I can't take a picture and pull it online now. Plus, I've already got the 3 or 4 that I'm going to do tonight. So Kathleen, definitely go there. I usually post Monday or Tuesday for the following Sunday. So Kathleen, definitely go there and post. And the next Sunday night, I'll do that. Make sure you get there first. And then Chris said, very busy, have only one lives near your door. Margot, preparing. I guess we're just still talking about the chipmunk. Tawny, it definitely was. 2 were dead. The last one was alive. It ran around my house for an hour. Oh, my goodness. Finally jumped up on your balcony because it was tired. Tired, right? It lived. Okay, good. It was a really magical experience. Yeah, and unfortunately, sometimes even when they come to us, deceased, it still is magical. It may not always be the most fun. Just like we're driving home tonight, and Fabian goes, oh, and there was a raccoon in the middle of the road dead. And then next, 30 seconds later, he goes, oh, there's a squirrel. And he looks at me and goes, there's a lot of dead animals. And in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, there's messages they're trying to get to you. So yeah. So definitely, ask the what the messages are. So, all right. So any other things anybody saying? You knew it was going to die anyway, so it took the leap. Yeah. So, all right. So the crane. So yeah, I'm looking over everything I was going to talk about tonight. So, another thing I want to do was, I thought I wrote this down. Where did I write that down? Oh, there it is. So I'm trying to follow my list. So I also want this to be a place where if you know or you have an animal that comes up missing, that this would be a great place for you to go. The person who is the human, I hate saying owner, but in the state of Florida, you own your animals, their property, which kind of feels weird. But the good thing is if someone steals your property, you can go get it back by law. But yeah, it's I don't like saying we own them, but if the human, or at least the one in charge of or caretaking of the animal, they need to be involved. So if you know of a missing animal, don't just post a picture expecting me to go to it. I need the owner, the human that's in charge of them, to be involved, to be here, because I need to have a give and take. Otherwise, I can just say like one or two things and then it just kind of falls flat. Because when there are animals that are gone missing, I love to get in quickly. Sometimes I'll say, send me a picture, let me tap in. And then I might say, let's do a reading if you want. But usually I can give a little tidbit. But also on my website, mitchellosborn.com, if you go to, I've got some free animal communication videos, which they were weekly messages that I did with little single lessons. So I just brought them all together so you can just watch the first 3 minutes and get the lesson. But also there's one tapping EFT, tapping for missing pets, and people have used it and their animals have come home, which has been really, really beautiful to witness and see that. So that's all on my website, mitchellosborn.com, the free videos for the animal communication stuff. So anyway, but yes, I want this place to be a place where people can, drop a picture of their animal that's missing, and then we work together. Plus, more importantly, I do have Intuitive Animal Communication Facebook page that a lot of people post there. And I always tell them you need to post it where everybody can see it. Sometimes I'll do it privately if there's more involved. But when everybody can see it, then everybody's sending good energy, wanting the animal to come home. So it's a collective bringing them home, which is really, really beautiful. So, all right. So I need to know, and I've got to go back and see. So I'm going to start my readings now. And I'm going to go to Nico first. So this is Nico. So, and I'm looking up to see who Nico is cohabitating with, because I didn't write the name down of the human. So if you're the Nico person, let me know you're here, but I'll be there in just a second. Oh, and by the way, Andy, I see you posted the fur babies. Andy, you'll want to post those for next week. Because I've already got the 4 and it won't have enough time. So, okay, Jackie, you were with Nico. Good. And Jackie, I think last week I told you to post this week. So Andy, definitely get on. Andy, and who was the other person who wanted a message? Kathleen. So Andy and Kathleen, y'all get on there quick. It's not the current one. I'll have to make a new event, but I'll do that as soon as I'm done tonight. So, yes, we know Nico is Jackie. So, let me work with Nico's energy. And you said, Nico is alive. Nico is 14. Nothing specific. He's the oldest of 3 dogs. Curious of any thoughts. So, Jackie, as I say some things, thank you, Andy. We'll do. Good. So, Jackie, as I say some things, immediately start typing what makes sense, yes or no, because there's a 15-second delay on this, and I just want to make sure we get there. So, when I tap into Nico's energy, Nico definitely shows, I think it's a boy. Yeah, I think it's a boy. Yeah, Nico's a boy. Let me know if it's a girl. So, and that's the other thing. Usually when I read animals, I don't rely on the name to tell me whether it's a boy or a girl. The energy, though, feminine energy is usually male dogs and cats, masculine energy is usually female dogs, cats, and lions. So yes, so good. So Nico definitely is showing me his 14-year-old age. I would love for him to show me something younger, but I also feel like he's got quite a few more years. So I feel like his health is doing very, very well. He's telling me you feed him well. So Jackie, let me know if you've really fine-tuned his diet, or you've got him like a very kind of maybe organic diet or something, because I feel like you put the effort into Nico's diet. You said he's with 3 other dogs. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because he's like, I'm tired of them. So if Nico, yes, diet strict. If Nico enjoys a lot more alone time, allow him to have that. I think the other dogs kind of tire him out, maybe wear him out. I feel like there's one that's maybe like, I keep seeing the number 3. So I don't know if there's a 3-year-old, but I feel like there's a really young one that kind of tires him out. Okay, he's the oldest of 3. So, okay, gotcha. So there's 2 other dogs. And they're both female, so they're probably very dynamic, and they probably, wrap him around their finger, and, so I feel like he needs like time alone. So if he ever just goes off by himself, let him. I do feel like he's a little bit of a loner. I feel like he is cool by himself. I wouldn't be surprised if you had him 4 or 5 years before any other animals came in, or there was a 4 or 5 year window where he was kind of by himself. It's funny. He's like, I'm glad you're listening to me. So definitely make sure you talk to him as well, Jackie. Communicate with him, because I think he likes connecting with you. He's telling me he misses your alone time, and then he's showing me like a car or travel or ride. So I don't know if maybe he, like I said, when he was with you, and if there was maybe a 3 to 5 year window where he was just you and him or no other dogs, that he was in your car a lot more or got to do more things with you. He misses that, not so much being in the car, but like just you and him time. So let me know if some of that makes sense, or if I'm misreading his images that he's sending me. But yeah, his energy really feels good. Very peaceful. You work a lot and have a toddler. Got it. Ooh, I wonder if it's the toddler I'm feeling. Does the toddler wear him out? Hey, Norm. Good to see you too, man. Yeah, so Jackie, let me know if there's anything else kind of specific. Otherwise, I'm kind of pulling back from Nico's energy. He literally says, love you, mama. I understand the toddler. I understand the baby. So, okay. Yeah, so he understands the baby. He's cool with that. It's funny. He says, I understand you working a lot, but he would like you to rest a little bit. So if you can find time for you a little bit more, he's more concerned about you, not so much spending time with him, but also spending your quality time by yourself. Hey, Lisa. So yeah, so let me know if there's anything else as I'm kind of bringing this to a close. And everybody watching, whether you're live or in the future, just send Nico and Jackie and the other babies and her toddler, send them all some beautiful high vibrational energy as I'm closing this reading out. And thank you both, Jackie and Nico, for your time here. So next, I'm calling on Ellen. Ellen, let me know if you're out there. I don't know that I've seen you yet. Ellen Rourke. Ellen, let me know if you're there, because I'm going to bring on Tank. And you know what? I'm going to bring Tank on, whether you're here or not. I'll drop a message. I just love to have the feedback. So Ellen, let me know if you're there. And then after Ellen, I'm going to Ed. Who is Michael? Who's with Michael? You're welcome, Jackie. I'm glad you got on. And Jackie, do you come to V and I when we have our Facebook Lives too, correct? And that's just bringing me to a thought. You guys, not tomorrow night, Monday the 14th, but the 21st, V and I will be live on Facebook doing readings and stuff. So a week from Monday night. Yes, Michael, Ed is with you. Okay, there's Ellen. So I'm going Ellen, and then Michael, I'll come to you next. Okay, good. All right, Ellen, yes, so this is Tank, everybody. Tank, about 3 years old. You said that he was adopted. I think you said your son adopted him while in Korea. Sweet, lately feels a little bit off. Anything about overall well-being? It's interesting. I'm hearing seasonal. So, Ellen, let me know if you're in a place that has a big seasonal changes, because I feel like either something in the air or like allergies or something. I do feel that offness as well. Um, but you know what? This is, and I'm hearing like almost like seasonal. I don't want to say depression, but blues. But now I'm being shown a human. So Ellen, let me know if there's anybody in your human world that kind of is in the house a lot or lives there that is dealing with some blue moments, some sadness, or does have some highs and lows. Because I do feel like Tank is reflecting a little bit of that. Our animals will reflect, mirror what's going on in our lives a lot of times, and they do it so we can see, beyond. Because a lot of times we just don't want to deal with our emotions, and we keep pushing forward. And then, oh, okay, yeah, you're Lakeland. You're right down the street from me. So I was born and raised in Winter Haven. But Ellen, let me know about if anybody in the house is kind of going through a little blue moment, or if there's some stuff that they're going through, because I do feel that offness, but I feel like Tank is reflecting something from somebody. Or is there a mother or father that is either, or grandmother, grandfather? I'm seeing I'm seeing somebody that you might be either connecting to their energy. Like, in other words, here's what I'm seeing. It's like the image that they're showing me is like, it's like you either go to the hospital, you go to the nursing home, and you visit this person, and then you come home with some of that energy on you, and it's almost like Tank is feeling that, and it's like, is that you? What's going on? So, Ellen, let me know if any of that makes any sense. We don't want to try to force it to fit, but let me know if any of that makes any sense, because I do feel like it's not so much Tank, but a reflection of a human somewhere, somehow. And it would be somebody and we don't want to push it out to somebody and try to make it fit. Also, I'm seeing, kind of pay attention to Tank's bowel movements. This is where I'm not a vet or a doctor, but this is where I'd say, check into things that, help the digestive tract, fiber, things like that. But do your research. But it's like I feel a little sluggish. So, and Ellen, this is not to correct you, but this is for everybody. When you say my job, maybe, just elaborate a little bit. In other words, like, is your job, like, are you a nurse? Are you a psychotherapist? Just elaborate so I know what you mean. So in other words, when you say my job, maybe, and if you're just telling me, because my first instinct is you're saying your job's been a little difficult and maybe a challenge for you. So it might have been making you feel kind of down, kind of sad, kind of, what's the next step? What do I need to do? So just elaborate, just because we're going through text messaging here. So I just want to make sure I understand you and get to the point so I get you as much information as I can. But yeah, check into food, digestion, water feels good. Keep an eye, because you're saying Tank is like 3. Keep an eye on joints and stuff, especially hind legs and stuff for the future, not so much right now. And a lot of times that's when you want to dig into and do some research on foods that that are anti-inflammatory, or foods that don't cause inflammation for the animals. But yeah, so stressful. Okay, and it is medical related. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, especially if it's medical related. Like if you're in a situation where there are people, coming, going that are sick, versus like medical related could be, someone who trying to think of it, like you might sell medical equipment. Not so much that, as in you're like in an office environment where people are coming and going with their stuff. So, Ellen, so what I would say is on your drive home from work, do your best to just imagine you're taking a spiritual shower, that you're leaving all that stuff at work, or leaving it on the road as you drive home. So when you come home, you're not bringing that in for Tank, and let Tank know that you're good, you're feeling good. It's just the job. This is what we humans have to go through. Tank doesn't have to reflect that back to you. And just see if that makes a little bit of difference. And you guys, when I give you some homework like this, please come back to this event. Maybe tag me, or let me know, say, hey, you read Tank and this is happening, and some things shifted. causes you ups and downs in your mood. Okay. So, and this is when our babies love us so much that they will, that's okay, I got it. That, don't worry about typos, I can read that. That this is where they love us so much that they're showing you that how it can affect you. And you may not even realize it because we're humans and we keep pushing forward. So thank Tank for sending this message to you and everybody. Let's send Tank and Ellen and all the family and any other fur babies or feather babies in their house some beautiful high vibration. And send Ellen some guidance on how to work and deal with and how to leave that stuff at work or on the road on the way home so you're not bringing it into the house. Another thing that I say whenever my mood shifts like this, I pause and I say, Spirit, if this is my stuff, show me how to deal with it. If it's not my stuff, I release it back to the world. Tummy stuff real too. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, so yeah, so this is for you and Tank. So Tank's sending some lessons. So sending Tank, Ellen, the whole family, some high vibration. Thank you so much, Ellen, and definitely keep us updated on this. So, all right, we're going to Ed and Michael. So here is Ed. Dun, dun! Oh! Come on, people. You know you want to type. Oh my gosh, so cute. You know you want to type that in there. So, Michael. I know Ed's still here. Michael, let me know that you're still here. I'm sure you are. So this is Ed. Ed is 8 years old. You said that Ed is deaf. You said he is your best friend, and I love that. And you want him to be happy. You just said, are there any thoughts? So I tell you, this is really interesting, Michael, because, and I love that I got this tonight, I feel a lot of past life connection with you and Ed. I feel like you guys were best friends before. I feel like Ed was a human. I feel brothers before. I feel a lot of connection. I feel like he's probably part of your soul family, so he came back in this lifetime. You said he's 8. I really feel like he's going to have a long life. Michael, tell me how much does he weigh? Because in the picture, he looks like he's a tiny little guy, like maybe 18 or 20 pounds. But if he's like over 30, definitely let me know. He is just a beautiful, beautiful little boy. And what is it? I know that, and some of you dog people may know this, there's something about white dogs that often have hearing problems. I can't remember if there's a connection or something. But I often remember like white dogs are deaf. So very interesting. And tell us what breed he is too, Michael. I don't know why I'm asking that, or if it's a mixture or whatever. But give me a little bit of feedback of what I've already said. But I literally can see him doubling his lifespan, like easily going to 16. And I feel like you take care of him food wise and stuff. But I almost feel like no matter. He used to weigh 75 pounds, but recently put him on diet. He is 60 pounds. I love that I see him as this tiny little guy, like 18 or 20 pounds. Because that shows me this very light, energetic kind of physical body. So he's an English bulldog. I love it. Margot nailed it. Yes, thank you, Margot. Margot said, yes, white dogs are frequently deaf. I wonder what it is scientifically. If somebody finds that, email me. I'd love to know that. That's one of those curious things. I'd Google it right now if I wasn't doing the show. But yeah, so, and it's funny because I feel like, do not let this get you off the hook, Michael, but I literally feel like you could feed him anything and he would like live this wonderful long life. And for a 60-pound dog to go to what I'm feeling like a long life really is a powerful thing. So I think he's going to be around with you a long time. And you said, definitely feel like he's happy. It's funny. He's like, thanks for letting me do whatever I want to do. And this, I see him on the couch, but I feel like you allow him to go and be wherever. I wouldn't be surprised if he sleeps in your bed with you, gets in the shower with you, rides in the car with you. I don't know if English bulldogs slobber a lot, but I feel like it's one of those things where you really allow him to just be himself. Can he open doors and refrigerators and cabinets? Because I feel like he's getting his own food. It's like he can open a door and get his own food. Very interesting. He's showing me a lot. He's showing me his intelligence is what he's doing. Also, was he a rescue or something? Because I feel like he had a year or two before you, like from birth to a year or two. He showed me almost like a real long time that he was either with somebody else or somewhere else. So Michael, type a few things and hit enter so I can see them and just get some of the feedback. And you guys, while Michael's typing a little bit, let's send Ed and Michael and anybody else in his family some beautiful high vibration. Ed really, really is just this beautiful, loving, kind energy. Oh, I'm seeing a lot, I'm hearing a lot of the noise. Okay, he is a rescue. Yeah, so, because he's showing me the time before. I don't think he got to do what he wanted to do a time before. I don't think it was a bad existence. I think it might have been with a family or something, or like an individual. But I feel like they just treated him more like a dog rather than a spiritual being. Where I feel like you call him your best friend, so I don't need to say anything more about that. Oh, you adopted him when he was 2 months old. So, yeah, it felt longer, like a year. But you're telling me he was a rescue, so he was somewhere. But I don't feel like it was a bad experience. I felt like it was just, whoever, they just treat him like a lot of people treat dogs rather than a spiritual being with emotions and feelings and stuff like that. So Michael, thanks for letting us experience Ed. And everybody watching, whether you're live or in the replay, send Ed and Michael some beautiful high vibration. And if there's anything else, Michael, press in, send a message there, but I'm going to take Ed down. And the last one we're going to is Paco. He was adopted by someone else prior to having me. Okay, so there was an actual person. Okay, gotcha. Because I didn't feel like it was like just what do they call it, like a puppy mill or something. But I thought it was another person. So next we've got Paco, and Paco is Sarah. So Sarah, let me know you're there. If you're not there, I'm going to do a quick reading for Paco. But if you're not here, I'm just going to give you a blanket quick tap-in reading that you can watch later in the replay. Michael, you are so welcome. Thank you. I'm glad I could do it and be here. And so Sarah, let me know if you're out there. And this is Paco. So, and you can see there's a little bit of the mention what's going on right here. So, Paco, 2 years old, severe separation anxiety. So, Sarah, let me know if you're there. Just say here, and if not, then I'm going to go ahead and tap in. So, and can you guys hear me okay? I think you can because you're responding, because I'm just using the microphone from my computer rather than earbuds, which it seems to be working the last couple of times. Yeah, isn't Paco beautiful? It's so funny because Paco, so Sarah, let me know if you're out there. If not, then I'm just do kind of a little bit of a general reading here, and then you'll just have to watch in the replay and give some feedback. So Paco, first of all, Paco, you said severe separation anxiety. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Kathleen. So yeah, I can feel the anxious feelings. I won't say it's double severe, and I won't say it's separation anxiety yet. Not that it isn't, but I'm not feeling that's what it is. But Paco feels older than 2 years old to me, which makes me think he's showing some kind of age, older than he is. Because when I first opened the picture, I'm thinking, okay, he may be 8 or 9 years old, which he looks like a larger dog, and 8 or 9 is kind of an old dog when they're, much bigger than like 60 pounds. So he's showing his age a little bit. So one thing I would say is really connect with the food and see if you can't fine tune that. Do your research, find out what's good, what's wholesome. You got to balance what you can financially with what you want to give them, because a lot of times, it can be real double, triple expensive just to give them something organic and whole. But trust your gut on it. Sometimes I think you can find good old stuff from Publix or wherever that's just as healthy as, some of the higher, quality, expensive stuff. So I'm going to come back to this for Sarah. So a lot of times the quote separation anxiety is a reflection of what's going on with the humans. When you're walking out of the house to go to work, hey Suzanne, when you're walking out of the house going to work, are you happy? Are you looking forward to getting to your job? Are you ready to get in your car, the subway, or whatever, and battle that traffic? If you're not, and you want to just stay home, and then you look back at your dog, and the dog is, sometimes it's not separation anxiety. It's, oh my gosh, why are you leaving me if you don't want to go? So my point is, if you're not happy with your job and your life and what's going on outside there, your dog may be reflecting, what you're feeling, what you're experiencing. And they're showing you, you're not happy, you're anxious. And if you're having that every time you leave, no wonder the dog may be having that feeling that may appear to be anxious and separation anxiety, because they don't want you to go either, because every time you go, you have that energy. And as you go out there, anytime you think of your animal when you're not with them, they feel it. To what level is just however tapped in and tuned in they are and you are. Just like, when you think of somebody, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm thinking of Barbara, and all of a sudden Barbara texts you. That's because you were both synced in, really, fine-tuned, and you knew she was going to call you or text you. Your animals are tapped in and tuned into you as well. So I won't deny that there's separation anxiety, but usually animals know how to live in the moment. It's we humans who teach them how to not live in the moment, because we humans don't want to live in the moment. We don't want to have pain. We don't want to have sorrow. Typically, when we have anxiety, it's because we're thinking and worried about the future. Typically, when we have depression, sadness, and blue moments, it's because we're thinking about the past, shoulda, coulda, woulda, what might have been. Look at where I am now. I should have not done this. I should have changed that. I shouldn't have gotten this job. Shouldn't have gotten that relationship. It's only when we live in the present moment that we are really, really at our maximum peace and mindful about everything. When you really allow an animal to be, without your influence, then they can live in that moment. And, science even tells us when you pay attention to an object, the object's vibration changes. So same with an animal. If you're in a house and you look over at your animal and you're paying attention to them, and all of a sudden they start getting, and it could be because you're looking at them with your own junk that you're pushing on them. And this is why I say they're so amazing, because they're reflecting this back to us. They're showing us what emotional turmoil we're going through. They're showing us what anxiety and anxious feelings we have as we're about to head out into our world. So this is where everybody, let your animals, show you who you are, what's going on inside. This is where they become the warriors for us and help us change and grow. So, Sarah, I hope you get to watch this in the replay. But you know what? It was a real good lesson for everybody watching. So let's all send Sarah and Paco some beautiful high vibration to understand the feelings, this quote-unquote separation anxiety, whatever that may be, and showing up as what we're labeling it as, that we can understand it and help change it and shift it and be at a more peaceful, calm, mindful in the moment, space, and place. So just going to take about 5 more minutes, and if you have any questions about anything I talked about tonight, Lisa, you said, wow, that explains a lot with copper. I'm assuming copper is an animal that you have and not the metal. So this is again, so Lisa, this explains a lot about copper. My dog, my cat, let us know what you're talking about, because this is where we can all learn from each other's comments and posts. So yeah, so thank you all for being here. Just going to hang out for about another 3 to 5 minutes, and I just looked down at and Fabian texted me 2 minutes ago. He said, "I'm still working. Text me when you're done." Okay, I will. So Beagle. Oh my gosh, you got it. And his name's Copper. Does he have a copper head, like Copper Top? Like the Energizer? We had a beagle, and those of you who had any kind of hound before or a beagle, tell me, do hounds and beagles not develop the worst gas as they get older? Tell me. Our beagle could clear a car out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Sarah, there you are. So Sarah, I just finished your reading. So you'll have to go back and watch. Yeah, I already did it. I hope you got this. I hope you were here. Sarah, you'll have to go back and start watching around about 40 minutes maybe. And you'll see the picture. You'll see the picture up there. But I already did the reading, so go back and you'll see where the picture is. But I'm going to pull the picture down because I've already finished it. But we've all sent you and Paco some beautiful high vibration. But go back and watch the reading later when I'm done because you have to watch it in the replay. That's okay. Hey, Sarah, don't worry. When you watch it, you'll understand why it was really beautiful. It was a beautiful lesson. Yes, copper can stink bad. No, from the movie The Fox and the Hound. Oh, okay. That's all right, Sarah. You're cool. Thank you, Kathleen. Beautifully explained about how we and our fur babies really connect. It is. And you guys, a lot of the lessons, like I said, are on in my free videos for animal communication on my website. Just scroll down where you see the animal part, and then you can click on free videos for animal communication. And I did like just weekly things, and I put little lessons in the beginning. So Margot, you said last week, you told me my Sammy that has crossed over the bridge showed you dragonflies. This afternoon, a dragonfly buzzed around me and kept coming straight back to me for about 5 or 6 times. Oh, that is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Chris said that explains a lot about girlfriend's dog. I'm going to have her watch this. Separation anxiety, beautiful. And have her watch it, and if she wants to post in the next event, I'll make sure I put the event right when I'm done so that you guys who didn't get on tonight can post first, because I try to go in order. If Spirit pushes me, I'll go, but if I go in order, especially for a missing pet, I'm probably going to go there quick. But also, if anybody wants a one-on-one reading from me, just go to mitchellosborn.com, book your animal communication session. Don't have to be with the animal. You put a picture when you sign up, you put a picture there. I do 30-minute sessions, FaceTime, Skype, Instagram phone, Instagram video, Facebook video. Yeah, so Sarah said, I love him. He is a beautiful one. Ellen, my Gracie 7-year-old puppy mix must be part hound. So Gracie has some gas. So, hey, Bart. Bart is still here. Thank you, Sarah. Andy, thank you. So, Bart, you want to say hello to everybody? Oh, he says, yeah. You want to say hi? Oh, so this is Bartolomeo. He is like just a soulmate of mine. He's almost 20 pounds, but he's not fat. He's just a big freaking cat. But his name is Bartolomeo. We think he's maybe about 8 years. I can't remember when we got him. When we got him, he's like 5 or 6. Norm, you are welcome. All right, so everybody, thank you for showing up tonight. Thanks for you subscribing to my YouTube channel, because this will be downloaded on YouTube. You can watch it there if you lose it on my Facebook page because it starts dropping down. Thanks for sharing this and showing up here. And as soon as I sign off, the download usually takes a while because it's such a long video, but it will be on my YouTube channel, which is Intuitive Mitchell, but also it'll be on Facebook, so you can share it from there. And then as soon as we finish, I'm going to go within 5 minutes, set up the next one, which will be a week from tonight. So on the 20th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, those who didn't get reading tonight, you'll post your picture there. Read the details so you know what to post. So don't just post a picture, but picture of just the animal if you can, only one. Name, whether alive or crossed over, any issues going on, or if you just want a general kind of a reading, tap in. So Copper is actually a bagel, part basset and beagle. I've never heard of a bagel before. So, all right, everybody. Thank you. Have an amazing night. It's a full moon. Enjoy it. Release. And I never did the full moon reading. Oh, I forgot. Somebody should have reminded me, but it's too late now. So, you are welcome, Ellen. If you want a full moon reading spread, you can purchase that as well. I should be able to get it to you. Oh my gosh, I don't know when I'll get it to you. Oh, because I'm signing off, and then tomorrow's a busy day at my work, and I'm not home till almost 9 o'clock. So anyway, all right, namaste, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.